I am Michelle with from 9 to thrive.com. A little bit of a delay there and whether or not I was connected, but I'm here. Um, Again, I always say head over to from 9 to thrive.com, sign up for our mini course. Let's get you escaped and out of that cubicle. Let's get you out of that 9 to 5. And that's one of the things we're talking about today. It's Thriving Tuesday. So, how are we going to create make a business and get that hobby of yours into a full-time business? Let's talk through it. Let's walk through these steps and see what we can do. So, whether it's crafting, it's coaching, baking, blogging, whatever your passion is or your hobby that you just lose time in when you're doing it, you just lose all track of time. Let's see if we can turn that into a business. So, what is your hobby? What is your passion? Tell me about it. Put it down in the comments below and say, hey, Michelle, this is what just absolutely gets me up every morning. I want to hear about it. Let's see what we can do. So, we've been through a lot of these steps before. And so, we're going to walk through them again. So, step number one, you need to validate your idea. Let's make sure that there's a market. We've talked about this. Make sure that there's a market for your hobby. Are there enough people out there willing to pay for what you want to do? Is there enough people? If it's a physical product, is there enough people that you can ship it to? Is it shippable? Is it something that it's a service? Is there enough people that need that? Let's validate that. So if you love baking cupcakes, I tell you what, I know a friend of mine that absolutely makes amazing cupcakes and cakes. That's her passion. And she has her own unique twist on how she does these things, but she's very customized. She listens to people. It's not just a walk into a box store bakery and fill out a sheet and have it go completely wrong. You're part of the process. So she's taken the concept of birthday cakes and wedding cakes and really turned them into something special because she listens to you. So let us know. Have you tried and talked to people about your idea? Have you started to validate it? Let me know. Step two, start small, but think big. I know it's really hard. You don't have to quit your 9 to 5 today or tomorrow or next week. You can start small. It can be a side hustle, but I'm going to warn you, if it is indeed a side hustle, let's not stay in that side hustle mentality that it's a hobby and we're just doing this for fun. No, we're wanting to really make this a business so that we can do this full time and escape that 9 to 5. So, you're going to offer the service, you're going to get these small wins, and you're going to build up your confidence to be able to do this full time because you'll have the customers and the revenue to do that. So when I first started out, I was a little nervous. It was like, I don't know about this, but every day I'm doing what I need to do to get me that much closer to my goal. So I'm hoping that it works for you as well. So, what's one small step? We're going to think big, but we're going to take small steps. What's one small step you can take this week to get you started? Share it with everybody. Tell everybody, hey, this is what I'm doing this week. Step number 3, build a brand and an online presence. I can't begin to tell you how important this is. Build a brand. Is it about you? Is it about the service? Is it about the product? Whatever you decide is what you're building it around. Make sure you have a website, a logo. It doesn't have to be a fancy logo. AI tools exist out there for you to create a very simple logo. Create your social media pages. People more today than they did before are not only are going to say, okay, they have a website, check. That makes you real. But are you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? Is it necessary for you to be on LinkedIn? This also validates that you are a real business. So there's ways to even do free websites and all of that. Just figure it out and make sure you have an online presence. Just being brick and mortar, people are still going to be looking you up online. So What's your biggest challenge that you have about your brand? Are you just kind of fussing with it? Is it about you? Is it about the product? We can share tips. So let's talk about branding. What are some of your biggest challenges? And we'll talk about them in the future events. Step 4, plan your finances. I can't begin to tell you how important this is. But don't let it get you down or overwhelm you. Know your numbers. We talk about this. Know your numbers. Start by calculating, how much is your pricing? How much money do you need to make? What's your margin? So how much money above what it costs you to do that is your profit, your gross margin. How much do you need to make to go full time? And then what you're going to do is break that down. So like if you sell cupcakes or candles, how many do you need to sell to equal the revenue that you need every month to go full time? And then you back it down. So these are how many orders I need to do every day, so that you can break that down. So have you started to put a number to that? Knowing your numbers, knowing your finances, have you put a number to what it's going to take for you to escape your 9 to 5? Very important. Got to have something we're reaching for, right? So like I talked about, a friend of mine, she does cupcakes and cakes. Great success story. She's done a lot of other businesses. She kept going back to, hey, if you ever need a cake, I can do that. So she was ignoring her passion and what she was really, really good at. And it has actually paid off for her to switch from traditional business ideas to following her passion and making cakes and cupcakes. And she's just killing it. So make sure that you listen to that voice and really dive deep into what is driving you and what do you really want to do. And if you're ready to start, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go over to From 9 to Thrive. And if you're thinking that this is something that you're ready to do and you want to make sure you've got kind of the questions that you should ask answered, we have a list of the 9 essential questions you should ask. So this is a list of questions that help you frame your mindset on, okay, this is what I need to be thinking about before I make this decision. Not that you're quitting your job today or tomorrow or next week. These are the things that I have to keep in mind as I move forward planning my escape plan. And if that's something that you're interested in, sign up, grab that, walk through that. And then what I want you to do is sign up for our free mini course. The mini course is going to walk you through 7 steps of putting together this business plan, validating your plan, coming up with an idea. Let's brainstorm, coming up with great ideas. And then that's going to get you that next step. And then we've got a lot of other things and a lot of other resources out there, but I want to get you started. To get those 9 questions answered, let's grab a hold of that free mini course so that you know what to do. So we've talked about today turning your passion, that hobby, into a full-time business. We've talked about validating your idea, starting small, building your brand, planning your finances, and knowing how it can happen. Remember, every business starts with a simple single step. It's not a gigantic step. It's not a fancy step. It's just a step, just something to do. So thank you for checking in this morning. I hope that you are continuing to thrive. And as you start to work through these ideas and these questions and the mini course, let me know how I can help. Send me a DM, put comments in below. But more importantly than that, check out our Facebook page, our Facebook group. There we have, you can have conversations and we can have a more intimate conversation about what you're trying to do and how we can help and give you more tailored information about what we can do. So because you can start the conversation over there on the Facebook group. I'm Michele with From 9 to Thrive. Check out our website. Let me know what else you need. What kind of tools, what kind of training do you need to take it to the next step? I'm here to help. You guys have a great Tuesday, and we'll see you later.